Alright guys, welcome back to Star Wars Review. Today I am going to be reviewing Star Wars The Clone Wars Stories of Light and Dark, which came out on August 25th, 2020, and is an anthology junior novel, which has 10 adaptations of episodes and arcs of Star Wars The Clone Wars, written by numerous writers, and has one new story, which is written by Ian Convery, titled Bug, which I'll be talking about that at the end. So yeah, mainly because it's a brand new story, and some stuff I want to talk about it. But the other 10 stories, like I said, were adaptations, either based on like an episode or an arc or whatever, from the point of view of a certain character from that episode or arc. Usually a main character of the episode or arc, like the actual main character of it. So yeah, but they were okay adaptations. For me, I'm not a big in adaptations, like direct adaptations. I should say. If you're adapting something, but it's more loosely adapting, adding a completely new spin, then I'm fine with that. But for this, it's mostly the same. Obviously, a few nice moments added in, mainly getting ahead of a certain character, whatnot. Getting the first story, which adapts the first episode of the show, Ambush. It's from the point of view of Yoda, at the end of the story, after everything, at the battle and whatnot, Yoda senses the future of the clones, he worked with in the episode, sensing, bad stuff ahead. So, of their paths, I really enjoyed that moment. And then the Cad Bane story, it's him retelling the arc where, Obi-Wan faked his death and joined up with Bane to work for Dooku to, capture Palpatine and whatnot. But, he retells the story to Bosk and Boba Fett. And then, at the end of the story, he mentions doing a job with them. I don't know if that's referring to the unaired arc, what we were supposed to get with Cad Bane and Boba, but I'm not sure. That's neat. And then in the Maul story, which adapts his first appearance in the Clone Wars, he mentions he was how he's dumped off, most likely on Lithium Minor by or whatever the name of the planet is, by the garbage ships or whatever. Said he didn't really fully remember, so yeah. And then also one of my out of the adaptations of my favorite one, titled Almost a Jedi, which retells the episode A Necessary Bond, but from the point of view of Katuni, which was a lot more different of a character than the rest. The rest were very much like full-blown main characters. We see a lot, but Katuni is the only one we see in this arc. Obviously, this episode and the actual episode, she's still pretty much like one of the main characters, and pretty much like the main Padawan character in that episode. But getting to see more inside of her heads, her thoughts, during it all, and knowing that she worships Ahsoka and looks up to her a lot and whatnot, and but also coming to terms of not fully being a Jedi Knight, still having a little bit of ways to go, and being almost a Jedi doesn't mean you aren't one. It never will be. Which I enjoyed that. And there's Obi-Wan story, which adapts the episode The Lawless, where he goes to Mandalore and Maul kills Satine. During that moment, I really like seeing everyone's thoughts, of anger, and destroy Maul and everyone else and whatnot. And the rest of the story, just having that, thought of anger in him. I really enjoyed that. But, yeah, the rest of the stories I thought were just okay and didn't really add anything super, worthwhile. The story, for me at least, they're not bad adaptations. They adapt the story well, so, yeah, but for me, like I said, adaptations just aren't my thing, so, and this is obviously definitely, it's a junior novel, so it's not an adult novelization, so it's a very basic, retelling, doesn't always add a bunch of more detail to the stories, so, yeah. But even with adult novelizations or adaptations, whatever, I'm still just not, a big fan of them, so, yeah, but, yeah, if I were to grade just all the adaptations, I'd probably say, like, a B, maybe B minus. They're not bad adaptations, and some do add a few nice moments, like I mentioned, but there's enough for me to really care, and, yeah. One thing I'll say is I did listen to the audiobook version, which is narrated by several of the voice actors from the Clone Wars, which that really, I didn't read it, so I only listen to it. I don't, sometimes I'll listen to audiobook and have, the book read along. This I just listen to the audiobook, so I just didn't read by myself, so can't really say much on just reading it, but the audiobook was nice. So yeah, yeah, but no, not much else to say there. So I'll jump into the new story titled "Bug," which was written by Ian Convery, and the episode is kind of based on the episode Massacre, but really only mentions the events of that episode. But yeah, but the story I really liked it. It was great. And obviously, it was my favorite of this book, but it takes place on this planet named the CD, where this young girl named Bug lives at an inn with her kind of neglective, abusive parents, I guess. But then one day, that's on the comm tower thingy, it gets a message from a night sister about the attack would happen from the separatists on Dathomir. It was mentioning some coordinates of someone. So yeah, but then sometime later, a Dathomir witch comes, asking for news on the Night Sisters and whatnot. And so Bug tries to find out more about her, and then one night Bug goes into the witch's room and finds piece for the game, and starts to play with the game with the piece, and and then the witch comes and start talking, and the witch tells her a story about another witch named Falta, who made herself a daughter named Lyra, who then left home to join the Night Sisters against Falta's wishes, and so then Falta starts to look for her after the Separatist attack at Dathomir, and obviously eventually she gets to the Night Sisters' lair, where she learns that her daughter was taken away to a safe place, but it's off world, so but then we learn that the witch telling the story to Bug is Falta, and trying to trick her to get in that comm tower area to hear that message Bug heard earlier, which, at first upsets Bug, because, she didn't like being tricked, but agrees and lets Falta listen to it, which, like, the message, it mentions coordinates, but doesn't say, but mentions a med room, and so Falta is excited about that, now knows an area to look at, and so Bug asks, if she can join Falta. Falta agrees, and so they head out. So, and that's only a very rough breakdown. Obviously not a great breakdown, but yeah, I definitely enjoyed the story, learning more about Dathomir witches who aren't Night Sisters. And seems like other clans of Dathomir witches. Obviously, the Night Sisters are like the most powerful, but definitely enjoy that there, and also just enjoyed the story in general. For characters, I liked Falta and Bug, even though obviously don't get a lot of them because this is a short story. It's not very long, but I really liked it. Hopefully, we get to see the story continued sometime in the future. With Falta and Bug looking in mid-rim for Lyra, or not Lyra, that was another character's name. What was its name? Yenna was the character's name, I believe. Lyra was Bug's mother's name. I think that's what it was. I don't remember. Yeah, hopefully it gets continued. Yeah, my grade for just Bug, I'll give that an A. So, yeah, the rest of the stuff, like I said, I'll probably give it a grade of like a B minus, I'll say. So, yeah. But yeah, it's, I don't know. If you could just buy the Bug story by itself, I would recommend it, but the rest of the stories, I don't know if it's really super worthwhile, but if you're into adaptations, and yeah, but if you're not, then you probably won't be into it super much. But like I said, the audiobook version was nice because of voice actors and actresses from the Clone Wars doing the stories. But yeah, not much else to say. Check out my reviews of all the seasons of the Clone Wars, season 7 of the Clone Wars, and reviews for all the episodes and whatnot. And whenever else I do. But yeah. Anyways, I've been Star Wars Review. I'll catch you guys in the next one.